Okay, so here we are continue to show the percentage of customers who responds to marketing code. Okay, with the percentage. Okay. Okay, so with this one, ship. So with index 0. So you can use this comment to show the dimension for the DF. Here it is a tuple we call 数组. The first element is this one, and the second element is 24. If we want to retrieve the first variable, you can use this one, index 0. So it retrieves the first numbers, this one. Okay, so here shows the rows for the column for the customers. Okay, so here we shows the response for each labels. We have did it before, and we divide by df ship index 0, so we get the percentage for the conversion rate, right? Okay, so we to assign the conversion rate as response plot these variables. So you can show the response plot, or this content for response plot is the same as this one. Okay, it's time for us to draw the percentage for the marketing code. It's the same. We use these variables. This variable is the same as this comment. Okay, here shows the percentage for the engaged no and engaged yes. So it's 100% for these two types. Also, we have to plot the kind of type pie. Okay, the pie diagram. Okay, so for the rest of the section, we are talking different variables. So it will affect the engagement rate with different variables. The first, we have to participation rate by different offer type. So what is the engagement rate for different offer type? Okay, with this one, we know the unique label for response, no and yes, two types. What about the renew offer type? So here you can see there are 4 different offer type: offer 1, offer 3, offer 2, and offer 4. There are 4 offer type for this data set. Unique. Okay, here we have to retrieve the response with yes. So we have to analyze the behavior, customer behavior for the customers. They do renew their car insurance. 我们现在只要分析 yes 就好了。So we retrieve the response statement with yes. 我们只要 retrieve yes 的这些人出来就好了。And also we retrieve the yes and we group by the label, the renew offer type, and to count the numbers, also to have the percentage for each renew offer type. Okay, here you may find the different label type for the response with yes, and also with 4 new renew offer types. But basically for the offer 4, there has no customer's choice list offer type. Okay, here is the examples for these instructions. Because this instruction is too complicated, you have to separate the comments to exercise a little state by state. So first we have to retrieve use the location function to retrieve the data which with yes statements here. Okay, here is retrieve all the response with yes statements. So how many rows we have retrieved? How many entity we retrieve? We retrieve 1,308 rows. Okay, so it's the same as we have to group with the group by response. So you know there are 1,308 persons renew their auto insurance. Okay, so we have to count by renew offer type group by. Okay, so you know the count for each type. And we have to slice, so we get the numbers. Here is the renew offer time for each one. And we divide by the count. Okay, here is note with no statements. Renew offer type. Okay, it's time for us to draw the engagement rate percentage by using the offer type. Okay, we get this offer type default. So we draw the diagram and we multiply by 100. Here it shows the engagement rate for each different offer type. Can you describe the diagram? So from this diagram, so you can see there is no one renew their customer their auto insurance by offer type. Only 3. Offer 1, 2, 3. But most the customers use the offer 2. So the percentage is more than 20%. So here you may find 23%. For the offer 1 is 15%. For the offer 3, only 2%. Okay, so can you describe the diagram we just created? Okay, so later we have to show the participation rate by discount type and also with our vehicle class. 2 types. Okay. Renew offer type. We have did it before. What is the vehicle type? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 vehicle class. The first class is 2-door car, 4-door car, SUV, 修理车, luxury SUV, sports car, and luxury car. There are 6 types. 6 types for the vehicle type. Okay, it's time for us to draw the diagram with renew over time and wheel code. It's two data type. Okay, so you get this diagram, this result with different offer time with different wheel code class. Here you may see here for the offer 1 there are 6 wheel code types, the percentage for each one. Offer 2 for each one. Offer 3, there are only 2 types of the wheel code class, which is 4 doors car and 2 doors car each. In order for the pivot analyze, so we used unstake to specify with this one offer as our index. And for the wheel code class, this 6 types for the color name. So we use unstake to pivot analyze for our data set. This one, okay? When you exercise, when you run these comments, you can get this pivot analyze with renew over time and with the wheel code class. So you get 3 types of offer time and 6 class for your card class. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so there are 3 crossed by 6. So there are 18 cells for these pivot tables. Okay, it's time for us to draw the diagram for each by offer time DF. Okay, so with this diagram, you can see different offer type, right? Offer time 1, offer time 2, and offer time 3. What is the majority with the wheel code class? For offer time, so the majority for the offer time is 4-door car, this one, the first. What about the second? Second one is the SUV vehicle. The third is 2-door car. What about offer 2? What about offer 3? So you have to, our homework is to discuss about the renew over time and the vehicle category. Okay, so you can explain the diagram, okay, as your homework. Okay, so later we do the same process with different variables. So we can participation rate for sales channel. What is the sales channel for your customers to renew their car insurance? So we just to use the same with the yes, and we group by only sales channel. Okay, so you can get this data frame, which is sales channels distribution for agent, branch, call center, and the web. So you know the distribution for the participation rate for sales channel. Okay, it's time for us to draw the diagram with a bar chart. Okay, so here you may find that most of the sales channel is coming from agent, 代理人. It's almost 20%. For the rest of the sales channel are almost the same. For the branch, for the call center, for the web, it's almost the same. Also, we can calculate the participation rate by sales channel vs vehicle size. Okay, so to group by sales channel and vehicle type. okay, together. Okay, so here you may find the sales channel with the hierarchical side. We also can use the unstake function to create the pivot tables with the sales channel and the hierarchical side to get this metric. Also, it's time for us to draw the participation rate with sales channel and the hierarchical size. Here you may find the different sales channel with a different hierarchical size. So here you may find the median size is the majority for the car insurance renew. Okay, it's time for you to describe the diagram for this diagram. We also to create the participation rate in the months of the policy start. So we can calculate by the months how long does the months list. So we group by this months since policy in section, these variables. The rest are all the same, okay? It's time to calculate the months since policies in section from 0 all the way to 99 months. Okay, to draw the diagram for the engagement rate by months since inceptions from 0 months all the way to 99 months. So you know the distribution for the months policies in sections. Okay, that's all for this week's course. I hope you guys can understand how to analyze the customer behaviors by Python. Okay, so for the next week, we are going to talk about the segmentation for your customer group. 分群，好，如何去做分群的动作 ？How to do the segmentation for your customers' behaviors. Okay, see you guys next week. So what is homework for today? Today's homework is to create your own your Colab Jupyter notebook all the way to here for this diagram, and you to share your Colab web with us with your homework. So you had to share this one. Don't forget to change your link so we teacher and TA can check with your homework, and then finish, and you can copy the hyperlink, and you just copy the hyperlink to our homework assignment. Okay, see you guys next week.